Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. It's time for weekly catch up. As you know, hashtag fridaysews was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and I'm as always grateful to Jen. It's great fun to watch Friday Sews videos and to record them. I have very quick updates for you today. I haven't done much in my sewing room. Life has been busy. However, I have two projects. One is Upcycle and one is very quick crafty project. I also have one fabric. Let's start with Upcycle. Around 18 months ago, I made a top in border print fabric. It was like a polyester jersey type of thing, and I absolutely loved the print. I made Tress Bell by Ellie and Mac. And I liked it at the time. However, I used the sleeves from Vera top because I wanted them very puffy, very big. Um, and it was just a little bit too much for my liking. In fairness, I almost injured myself with the sleeves because I let them loose and they were very, very long. Um, I knocked down some cutlery and some drinks with them because they were like very voluminous. I'm gonna put the picture somewhere here. I took the bathroom selfie wearing the top how it was originally made. And although I did like it, I thought it's not as fitting to me as a person, to how I like to see myself. So I thought I need to change it a little bit. And it was in my wardrobe for around a year before I even had idea how to change it. And I was toying with the idea for last few weeks. I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do, and finally one day in a shower I had an epiphany. You know how it is when you are doing stuff that doesn't require you to focus your whole brain on. Sometimes the answers comes very quickly. I have like that with shower and cleaning. Anyway, I will show you the top how it is now. So it might not seem like there is a much change, but there is. In fairness, I thought that this upcycle will break me because I unpicked and sew and unpicked and sew and then remove and sew, and it took me 5 days in the afternoons of unpicking, thinking a little bit, removing a little bit, doing kind of like basting stitches to make sure that what I'm thinking is right, then figuring out that it's not exactly the length I want. I need to fix this here and here and here, and it took 5 days, but I'm very happy with the result. I wore this top for a date night with Chris, and yeah, he loved it too. I will put the picture. I also took a bathroom selfie somewhere here. What I originally did is remove the peplum from the bodice, leave the bodice as it is. And what I did is, like, from the length of the peplum, I remove a big chunk and I added ruching on the side. However, I left it the original length. It wasn't working. So I unpicked it, decided, okay, I'm gonna shorten it. I shortened it by 5 centimeters, tried it on again. Something was feeling off. Turned out the bodice was slightly stretching because of the weight of the peplum over time. It was hanging in my wardrobe, and it just was uneven. I ended up removing, let me think, an inch and a half from the length of the bodice, and I removed 3 inches from the width, from basically the length of the peplum, and I added little ruching. So I basically did wider seams and just used the seam as a ruching option, and I just did, I'm not sure if you will be able to see, but basically I did tiny little openings at the top of the seam in the fabric that I can thread the ribbon through. I'm not worried about the fraying or anything because it's jersey fabric. In addition to that, I added elastic into the original sleeve hem, and I love how it turned out. It fits nicely. I feel more put together in it, and I think I will wear it again and again. I'm actually consider making myself some white trousers just to wear with this top. The second project I worked on is a very crafty project. Basically, I saw a reel on Instagram with little bat, little tiny bat. And as soon as I saw it, I just had to go and attempt to recreate it. So mine is not as cute and not as big as the original one. I basically took one of the 6-inch squares that I had pre-cut in my cotton stash, and I did little beads for eyes instead of embroidery, but I think it turned out super cute. Alice loved it too, and we decided for Halloween we're gonna make a lot of them and just decorate house with them. So as you see, I haven't done much in relation to sewing. In fairness, the top took me very long time, and there were moments when I was so frustrated. I was just, no, I need to take a break. What I'm working on now is Helena wrap dress for my entry for the Precious Fabric Sewing Challenge organized by Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery. Basically, in my video, I ask you guys to vote on the fabrics. You choose 2 fabrics. Basically, the votes were so even, it was hilarious, um, between the See You at 6 autumnal floral fabrics and K Facet blue mandala fabrics. So those 2 fabrics were leaders on the board. So after I counted my votes, I went to Instagram and I asked people in my stories to vote for which fabric I should choose. So the mandala fabric won by few votes. It wasn't gigantic difference, but it won. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna work on it. So the dress is cut out, and hopefully I will be working on it tomorrow. What else I have been working on? I have been working on my new series, and I wanted to thank everyone who showed me so much support. I got so many lovely comments and lovely messages on Instagram and on WhatsApp and even on Facebook with information how much my video resonated with you guys. So thank you so much. If you haven't watched it yet, I will link it in the end of this video and in the description box below. So I will be working on video number 2 shortly after I cook dinner, and I hope you will enjoy it as well. My plans for sewing for next week, finish the Helena wrap dress, and then I have some very boring sewing to do. I actually need to work on some boxers and some undies. Now, what I bought, I have one fabric that I picked from So in an Ace, and it's this camouflage cotton ponte. Actually, that's first time when I occurred 100% cotton ponte. Normally, the pontes I encounter had either viscose or viscose and polyester or had some elastane. This one is just pure cotton, and it's quite substantial. To be honest, I thought it would be lighter, but I absolutely love the print, and I have um, 2 ideas what I might want to make this into, and I need your advice. One idea is to turn it into a jacket, either a bomber jacket or some kind of something more complex like Alba jacket by Sinclair Patterns, although it might be a little bit too light for that. The second idea is to do a skirt, maybe like 5 centimeters over the knee, A-line or a pencil skirt, and matching vest top. We will see how it goes. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think I should make this into. Life update. As mentioned, Alice is a little bit under the weather, therefore, I'm not making any gigantic plans for next week because I don't know how life will go. On top of that, I have Parents Association meeting next week, so it's gonna be busy week. I had relatively relaxing weekend and a week because I picked a little bit of stomach bug and I spent 2 days on a sofa eating rice cakes and crackers and hoping that I will feel better. I'm fine now. I catch up on a few of the new TV series I'm watching, so it was fun. And basically, that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. Happy sewing. Bye.